And ENFJ makes up 2.5% of our total population, although there are more women than are men that are ENFJs. So it's not a very popular or common personality type. Now, this type of personality is energized by information. They collect it, they love it, and especially if it's beneficial to someone else. They're active learners and they like to be physically active as well as intellectually active in searching for their solutions. They love practical applications. The interesting thing about an ENFJ is they tend to be a very fast learner, but also creative and innovative. They love learning general things and theories. Now remember though, since they like the generals and the theories, that means that details are going to just plainly exasperate them. Looking at an ENFJ, remember that their keywords are communicative and cooperative. They like to communicate a lot because they're part of that extrovert, and the cooperative part goes along with the feeling piece of their personality type. They like to base their personality on harmony, meaning that all of their relationships and their environments need to be built upon a harmonious foundation. They like to be able to answer the question is this helpful for other people? There are some wonderful tips to really help an ENFJ in order to learn information and knowledge more effectively. They're an active learner who really loves aesthetics. So being able to include as many emotions and information and visuals is really going to help the ENFJ. They like to assess and identify, and they especially really enjoy having frequent breaks. This is very important for an ENFJ so that they can be creative and innovative with new information. They enjoy having a close relationship with their instructor, but it needs to be built upon harmony. So they're going to prefer collaboration or cooperation in their learning environment. They do not like competition because the foundation of their personality type is harmonious. They will enjoy creativity and even discussion. But remember, the discussion needs to be a discussion based upon harmony and definitely not a debate. They also are going to love to have some kind of example. The ENFJ is a general type. This means that they prefer to learn general concepts and the details are frustrating to them. They don't like to know the in-depth information about things. They want to know breadth. They are really good, though, when it comes to group activities and energizing other people. They are great at catalysts and wonderful catalysts when it comes to energizing others about new information, especially when there's some kind of hands-on learning that they can do that involves both that active touch as well as being creative and imaginative. Because they're also that hands-on learner that enjoys a harmonious piece, they're going to need positive feedback. Criticism is really devastating to this personality, so if it absolutely has to be given, make sure that it's given in private, one-on-one, or on a piece of paper, something very, very personal that is not going to be distributed to anyone else. They like the fast-paced piece of instruction, but it also needs to include objectives. Make sure that they have objectives and rubrics and they know what's expected of them. That's part of the judging piece. So now if you give criticism for something and you say that they may not have accomplished a certain piece, but they didn't get the objectives beforehand, they're not going to learn anything from that because they're going to blame somebody else. They're going to say, well, if you had given me the objectives, I would have accomplished the information, or I would have accomplished the task correctly. So make sure that you do give them the specifics of what they need to know and what they need to do prior to giving them an assignment. And ENFJ also loves that practical application, and that goes along a lot with their learner question, which is this helpful to other people? They love to solve problems. Giving them an environmental problem like how can we get water to a distant place, or how can we include more educational opportunities in impoverished areas. These are going to be great problem solvings for others or for them because they want to be more helpful to people. So giving them a humanity kind of opportunity to solve a problem given the information that you've just taught them is going to be a wonderful learning opportunity for them. They're very quick to pull out patterns, and they do like to have a structured environment for learning. So anything that's chaotic is going to drive them bonkers. It's just really going to be frustrating to them because they do need to have more structure. Now remember, they are verbal learners that do also like to have some visuals in their opportunity to assimilate and to acquire new knowledge.